Welcome to Soccer from the Six, straight from my basement in the heart of Scarborough. Yes, we're all in the same room, different cameras, same room.
Like you can see my hand in Gerard's screen, same room.
We're not trying to hide that fact, as some of you might think we are. No, we don't care.
This is our stage to be set.
So it's Sunday on the final weekend of league play in a lot of these leagues across Europe. So hopefully, you're with us and stick with us for all this kind of stuff. I don't like what I'm saying here. I lost my train of thought.
G's introduction is a little bit too long. Basically, guys, we're not going to actually start in the 416. We're going to go to the 0161. For you, those of you who don't know what that is, that's the area code in Manchester. So, as you know, anyone that's a soccer fan or anything, there was a little bit more than just soccer going on in the last day of the Premier League. There was also a bomb threat at Old Trafford today before their match against Bournemouth. There was a device that was found, I believe it was around 30 minutes before kickoff. And what I have to say, I'm super happy that no one was hurt. They were able to detonate the bomb without anyone injured or anything like that. I think that it was a great job by the security. I know half of the stadium was still there, and they just wanted to make sure that everyone was safe. So really good on them. Like, kudos to everyone that was a part of it. There was, I believe, military was there. Just everyone was there. Got it done. There was a K9 unit. Great work.
Yep.
And I hope that what happened here is, this is what we're going to look at as this is the standard. If there's anything like this is the standard that it gets done, and just things are good,
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for not having a story bigger than soccer today. I'm really happy that there wasn't a bigger story than soccer today, because this is a big story, but no one was hurt, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to give credit to the employee that found the device at Old Trafford.
Yes.
Big congratulations to that person. Because you know what? Soccer is a big game. Yeah, it was a big game for Manchester United, but the safety of 76,000 people is
Much more important. Yes, I agree.
Much more important. And you know what? They can make up this game another day, but as long as everybody...
If they didn't make up the game at all, who cares?
Yeah.
It's bigger than that.
Yeah.
I mean, as a United fan,
It's
it's bigger than that match itself. And as we'll talk about it a little bit later, it didn't even matter, right? So seriously, if the match doesn't even happen, all I care about is that things were dealt with in a timely fashion and effectively and efficiently. That's what needed to happen.
No, we just gotta wait for the makeup game. The game does still have meaning to it because City only pulled a draw today against Swansea. Mind you, pretty much you guys gotta play for Bournemouth.
There's still hope.
There's
still hope.
How many goals does United have to win by?
Okay, so they have to beat Bournemouth by 19 goals, okay?
To make champions.
So today what we are going to do is I'm going to play FIFA on the easiest level, 6-minute halves to see if I can score 19.
Hey, and in the comment section, guys, let us know. Do you want us to make a Twitch page so we can stream this and show you Jav trying to score 19 goals?
I'm just going to run just speed bursts on Martial and Rashford.
Anyways,
I'm pretty sure that'll work.
They have 19 goals combined this year.
Oh man.
But yeah. Anyways, let's get to games. There were a huge amount of games in the Premier League today. Huge amount. Every team aside from what we just talked about played. So 18 of the teams played.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a pretty entertaining.
It was
day.
very entertaining.
There were a lot of goals today. A lot of goals.
As an Arsenal fan,
Yeah, go for it.
Tottenham.
Of course, he's gonna sip on his water.
Yeah.
I don't have tea.
It's not
but come
cognac.
on.
It's not cognac either.
Well, at least put yourself in a better pot for Champions League next year.
Yeah.
So
You can still get Barca or
St.
Bayern.
Tottenham Day.
Yeah.
Arsenal finishes second. Tottenham against 10 men Newcastle lose 5-1.
10 men Newcastle.
Newcastle scored 3 of their goals after losing a man.
Imagine that. Wow.
Yeah, that's...
Tottenham.
That's your highlight. I didn't really have any highlights today from myself personally, just because Honestly, I didn't think City was gonna lose today, but you know, as a fan of United, you're always gonna have that little bit of hope. And then when you got that the own goal off the IU free kick
Yeah,
that hit off the wall, I'm like, okay, you know what?
there's a chance.
Swansea's at home, yeah, and then there's a little bit of hope, you know. But the second
Well,
half
even
was
too, we talked about
boring.
this.
I feel like City had the better chances, and
Yeah.
it is what it is now. You know what? United's still in Europe. We're gonna try to sell that maybe with a new manager next year. Who knows? That's to be
Mourinho.
determined
Mourinho.
with United.
You can
But
go to Everton.
enough with the. I know you guys are gonna be like, "Oh, why is this guy
Yeah.
talking about United? Can we talk about like Leicester, Chelsea, or whatever? Can we talk about something
Leicester,
else?"
Chelsea 1-1.
Hey, I care about
The guard
United,
honor
so
was
screw
cool.
you guys.
Well, even too, we said that City would probably be playing for the draw this week.
I don't know if they play. I don't know if they
On the
play for the job.
road?
They had nothing else to play for.
Yeah.
No team. If you have nothing to play for, every team wants to win every match they
Yeah.
play. I don't think that they were playing for any like win or. I think they were playing
Yeah.
for the win, but especially
No, I think
Ian Acho looked like he wanted to score a lot today.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, young guys are gonna want to
Mm-hmm.
prove themselves too. And going into Euro, there's like guys that De Bruyne is probably he's a starter, but I mean, just other fringe type players
Mhm.
on their club teams want to go out with a good
Yeah,
showing.
they're cliche and
So there was nothing really.
Arteta going out. It was an own goal, but to have that shot go off the bar, then go off the keeper and in.
And then him crying his way to Pep's staff on City. Get out of here, man! Come on now. Come
Giroud's
on now.
hat-trick.
Huh?
Giroud had a hat trick.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean,
Uh,
there's really, guys. There's not that much to talk to in
No,
terms of.
really
I mean,
isn't.
it's really more like summing up how we feel
How
about
much?
the league.
here's
I feel
that
like
question
the
for you.
Premier League was outside of the Leicester story for me, pretty underwhelming. Like, take the Leicester season, the Cinderella story out of this season. I'm pretty sure this is one of the most
All the big
underwhelming
mediocre,
Premier League
underwhelming, yeah.
seasons ever. But Leicester, no. Listen, not taking anything away from Leicester. That story's magic. That story made the Premier League this year. But
Yeah.
aside from that, the Premier League is.
Chelsea were mediocre. United mediocre.
You know what was
City, all the
interesting?
big clubs
You know what
were-
was interesting to me? La Liga and that
There we
finish.
go.
I mean,
As you can see, with this little picture over
right at the
there.
top, we know who our champions are. I don't think a lot of us are surprised. They were the favorites going in
Yeah.
to win the title, but every one of those.
That's
There's the
the
phone. It's Gerard's auntie. Who knows? But yeah,
we made this many episodes.
without a
with
phone
a
call. That's all right.
That's
Who
all
cares?
right.
It happens, man. We're in the
Hey,
house.
this is the thing with live streaming, right? We can't edit
Yeah.
this stuff out,
No, it's all good.
including my terrible intro.
But back to Barca though. Back to Barca. I mean, every single one of those teams. So it finished Barcelona, Real Madrid,
Madrid,
Atletico
Atletico.
Madrid. Every single one of those teams had a dip in their season, and Real Madrid was the strongest team to finish the league season.
Mhm.
Atletico Madrid, I think, as a whole, was consistently the best team of the three. And this is throughout all competitions.
Yep.
Okay? And then I think Barcelona was the we can kill you anytime we want team out of the three of them.
Pretty much.
Right? Is that the best way to break
Barca
down the
is.
three of them? Like, would you guys?
Yeah.
Do you guys agree? I don't know. I just think that's if I'm to break down
anytime
those
they
three
want.
teams,
Yeah.
that's how I'm gonna
I think
classify
one
the
of
three of
big
them.
things is Madrid's mistake started in the offseason. Benitez in.
Yep.
Ever since that, they've been a solid team under
Zidane.
Zidane. I
They
don't know how
have,
he's
yeah.
spacing out his name.
Zidane's done a great job, and he deserves that job. He's proven that he deserves it.
Also, today's the 14th anniversary of Zidane's goal against Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League final.
Oh, is it
back
really?
today.
Is it?
It popped
Oh,
up on my timeline.
Okay.
Can we agree on something though? If Rafa doesn't come in, and Ancelotti's still the manager of Madrid, does Madrid?
Here we say Italian.
No.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I
You're
think
gonna tell me
Ancelotti's a better.
Rafa's-
I think
Okay.
Ancelotti's a better manager. No, I do.
Does Madrid have a better season in the league?
I think
We
Madrid.
already know that.
I think Madrid has a better season under Pellegrini than they do under Benitez. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's
now
just
he's
it's
on
just
his way to the championship
just-
in England.
it's just the way that Madrid does business when it comes to their managers.
It's sad. It's,
We can disagree with it, but at the end of the day, they're still the most successful team in Europe, and one of the most successful teams ever.
And they can still add to
So they can do whatever they want, really.
Yeah.
As long as you see success, that's all you can really say, right? Like I don't know. That's how I look at it. I don't like the way that they treat their managers. Like I said, with Pellegrini, he finished with, I believe, don't quote me, I'm not trying to get a yellow card, but he finished with like one of their highest point totals to win the league. I think it was like 93, between 92 and 96 points. He finished the league season with.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
insane.
between that and obviously Ancelotti, you're removed from winning Champions
I
League.
know. That's what Ancelotti does, though. He comes in, wins some trophies, and then goes on to the next one.
Can't
He's
wait
gonna
to
do it with
see
Bayern.
Can't wait for that.
Oh man, what's he gonna do with that team? Jeez.
Champions League next year.
But yeah, I don't know. How do you guys classify La Liga? I found La Liga really, really fun to watch this
It
year.
was.
Let us know in the comment sections, guys.
Yeah, I thought La Liga was, like I said, outside of the Leicester story. I think that I was more, not that I was more interested, but I think that La Liga was just more interesting to me. I think that there were like 7 to 9 really solid teams in La Liga. Well, let's look at it this way. 3 of them are in the finals in Europe right
Yeah.
now. 3 Spanish teams are.
Sevilla, third
So,
straight year in the Europa.
They're,
final.
yeah,
That's
Just
their
this
competition,
week.
as far as I'm
right.
concerned.
That is their competition. Really, it is.
It's-
But we're looking at 3
Yeah.
of 4 teams in the finals in Europe. Like, I mean,
Yeah. They could have had all
It's-
4.
they could have had all
They
4.
could all
That's the
four,
scariest part. That's the
but
scariest part.
They could have had all
Your
4.
most hated team
Liverpool.
Wednesday.
Oh man, you know what's great though? They drew today. If they lose Europa League finals, they are not in Europe.
With Klopp.
Gutsa, you're not coming. Klopp is really what you have going for you. They have good players. I'm not saying they
Yeah.
don't have good players, but they can't sell Europe, so they're not going to get those top guys. So please, Liverpool. I mean, please, Sevilla. Please, Sevilla. Please, Sevilla.
Dave,
Please,
you
please.
heard him. He said, "Please, Liverpool."
I was gonna say please Liverpool will lose, but I'd rather plead to the team to win. Please Sevilla, 3 in a row. Was it? What
It's
was it?
gonna be a good game.
Oh, it's gonna be a really good
It's
game.
gonna be.
I think it's gonna be a wide open game for some reason. I don't think it's gonna be tight at all. I could
How
see
many
like
goals?
I could see 4 goals in that
That's what
game.
I'm thinking.
I could see that for sure.
Extra time.
I could
Really?
no, please not.
Was
extra
it
time.
last
I
year?
don't want to see
Was
extra
it last
time,
year's
man.
final with extra time, or did Baca win it but late?
Baca scored. Yeah, that's right.
I forgot about Baca on that team.
Who also having a great season at AC Milan too.
They scored again yesterday in a 3-1 loss.
Really?
But Sevilla, it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game. It's gonna be a great game. Yeah, I mean, Sevilla. I think we looked this up. No team has won 3 European titles
three-peat.
ever, right?
No 3
consecutively.
No 3-peat.
We looked this
I
up?
don't know
Yeah.
if we did.
Yeah, we looked.
I'm
up,
pretty- yeah, we did.
looked
Yeah,
it
it was
up
a-
last week.
No team has
3-peat.
ever won 3
Between-
European trophies.
Between Champions
Yeah,
League,
and
Europa,
Europa.
and the old UEFA Cup.
So let's see it. Let's see it, Sevilla. Let's see it, Sevilla.
Only because it's Liverpool. If it's
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
else, I don't
Oh
think they
yeah.
care so much.
Oh, it'd be great.
Well, unless it was
I-
Man City.
Oh yeah.
That'd
and
be
yeah.
the other one.
Oh.
Anybody else from England, I don't think
Let's
they
go
would care
Sevilla.
so much.
Let's go. Cano Playanca. Camero. Let's
You don't
go.
want to see your boys Firmino, Coutinho win
No.
a title?
No, not with Liverpool. They can win a title with Brazil. That's what they can do.
Okay.
They can go win a World Cup with Brazil. Or a Copa. Or maybe Olympics or
Well,
something.
Firmino's at Copa.
Sorry,
Coutinho's not.
I just want to
No,
go back to
Coutinho's
this.
at Copa.
or something.
Coutinho's at.
No.
Sorry, G.
We're talking about no teams three-peated in anything.
No, in a
No,
European
Champions
European
League.
trophy.
Champions League / European Cup
Yeah.
Yeah.
/ what? Okay.
In the Champions League era, I believe.
okay.
Is
Alright.
that correct? In the Champions
All
League
right, fine.
because I'm pretty sure Liverpool did, right?
No, I was gonna say maybe Liverpool, but Real Madrid when they started doing the European Cup,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
won the first 5.
But we're talking about like, sorry, we didn't specify. It's in the Champions League era.
Era. Okay.
So because then it wouldn't have been the UEFA Cup, right? Like all that stuff. It was,
yeah, but no,
yeah.
even still, like they won the European Cup, which is Champions League,
Mhm.
5 times.
But it was
straight.
in the Champions League era.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So. AC
Well, yeah,
Milan
because
then
Barca,
resulted in 2
Barca
Milan back to back.
Well, 'cause-
back to back. But they never
because
got 3.
Barcelona has the most Champions League
in the era.
Champions League in that Champions League era. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Madrid has the most European.
Madrid has the
Cups.
most European Cups. Exactly.
I think they're tied with Milan in the Champions League era.
No, they're
Barca.
not. No, I don't think so. Anyways, who cares?
Yeah,
But-
regardless.
I don't-
Regardless,
I don't feel like-
regardless,
I-
let's go Sevilla. No, we don't need to.
All right.
Let's go Sevilla.
And let's go on to our next
I want
segment.
Liverpool to win.
Yeah, you know what? So I thought Gerard wanted to cast some more casting stuff. We're like,
I
enough
think
with
he's
the
a funny-
nerdiness, okay? We're all nerds here. We're all three are like
We're doing
nerds
this
in our
show
own
on a
ways.
Sunday, and what's big with Sundays? Game of Thrones. Saying Game of Thrones so we can tag Game of Thrones in this video. Fan theories.
I told you guys he's a nerd. I love Game of
Jay.
Thrones, but he's a nerd.
I don't even know what he's talking about here.
You don't know anything outside of
Anyways, my idea.
outside of like, soccer?
Sport?
Yeah, pretty much.
We were so my idea was we go into Europe and we pick our starting 11 based off of a 4-4-2 just because Leicester won the title playing a 4-4-2 and we just thought it was the easiest thing. A lot of people play 4-4-2 in FIFA, whatever. So we're gonna just do a 4-4-2. We're gonna go through it. We'll start with Fernandes because we know that he's gonna have some really weird Serie A picks. I don't know why, but whatever.
But remember, leave comments if you want to talk about Game of Thrones theories, managers, soccer theories. Just let's get weird.
Also, tell us like who your top spot, who your 11
Yeah,
would be, or
let
like
us
some
know.
players that we may have missed that you like.
For me,
Why you look so scared there? Why you sweat? You're sweating thinking about how bad your team is.
Will this be your
Anyways.
FIFA Ultimate Team?
in goal, Gigi. The year they had for Juve, obviously the clean sheet record. Back line, Juan Fran.
Where are you playing Juan Fran? Let's
on
put
the
we
right.
playing him on the right, okay?
Juan Fran on the right with Godin, Alderweireld. Center backs, Fuchs on the left. Pretty much
Fuchs.
Fuchs.
I went with Fuchs because of the
Nice.
year they had with Leicester.
No, that's
Okay.
really good.
Right. I did a diamond formation in the midfield. Matuidi is the holding mid. Probably one of the most underrated midfielders in the
Yeah.
world. We've talked about this numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
Griezmann is the attacking mid. Great season at Atletico. Drive your boy Douglas Costa.
Dude, like
On
great
the
season.
right.
What a
That's
what a
really
buy
good.
that was for Bayern. What a buy.
Great.
Yeah.
And for me, I went off the board. I went with Lorenzo Insigne the year that he had. Yes, I'm going with my Italian boys here
You
on
have
this
to, I
one.
guess.
I have
What do
to.
you mean he has to?
No,
If
on
he
this
gets
one,
more
I
than
could
3 goals in the Euros, I'll be impressed. I'm gonna put him on the starting 11. All right, go ahead.
Let's see.
Well, here's why though. Higuain and Suarez up front. Higuain, 36 goals this year, breaking
Great, yeah.
Luca
That's a
Toni's
record,
record.
yeah.
And
I think
Insigne set
that's
up
kinda
more
cool.
than half of them. That's the only reason why. Just that combination.
Okay.
And Suarez, 40 goals in La Liga. Wins
Hat
the
trick
scoring
on the
title,
final day of the season,
Yeah.
which we didn't talk about. Hat trick on the final day of the season.
Plus 8 goals in Champions League this year.
Yeah.
Despite it being a quarterfinal exit
Yeah.
for Barca, hands down, for me, the best striker in the world this year.
Yeah.
By far.
Hmm.
Not a fan of him 2 years ago, but I gotta give credit where credit is due.
He's a cold-blooded finisher.
Jeff?
Okay, well, you guys are all gonna have a good one on this one. I'm not disagreeing with Gigi as the keeper, but I just wanted to be a little bit different and kind of. I had to get a United guy in there. Come on, like De Gea is a one-man team for United. Like I made the joke. I would love if we had a De Gea as our forward, as our holding mid, as our winger. Like De Gea is that whole team. He's the reason that
full of
he's the,
donuts.
he's the reason.
Goal for you guys. You guys don't even.
It's
You
yeah,
guys are
it's a
down there with
it's a tough one, like without De Gea. So I have De Gea as my keeper. I'll start on the left side. As my left back, I have Alaba, just because he can do everything.
Mhm.
I really think that he's phenomenal. Actually, I went with one of your boys, Fernando, and because Juve is just so great. I went with Bonucci as one of my center backs. He's had a phenomenal season. He's gonna be at the forefront of on pretty much everything Italy does in the back as well.
Yeah.
And then I went with Godin as my other center back because
Mhm.
I'll just go Godin and then Juan Fran on the right because how do you not give 2 of those guys as the best defensive team in Europe?
Yeah.
You have to have at least 2 guys on Atletico on that team, especially the teams that they went through to get to the finals of Champions League. Then I also won a diamond as well. I have Pogba holding. Then I have Ronaldo on my right wing and Neymar on my left wing, which is just crazy, I think. And then as my attacker, just kind of servicing my strikers, I have Marco Reus. And I feel like a lot of people sleep on Marco Reus. They're one of Bayern's only competition in the Bundesliga, and Marco Reus is when I watch him play, his movement and just everything he does is great. Another guy maybe like as honorable mention there would have maybe been Ozil because of his service, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to play him that high either, just with the guys I have up top.
He plays a little bit more deeper.
He does a little bit, yeah.
Depends.
And then
Sometimes he plays out left as well.
And then as my two strikers, I went Suarez just for everything you just said. 40 goals in La Liga, cold-blooded finisher, can score from anywhere on the pitch. Honestly, anywhere. And when I say anywhere, just ask Norwich a couple of years ago, okay? And I also went with Lewandowski just because I just went back to like thinking of Suarez in his Liverpool days. He played really well with Sturridge, who's more of a box striker as well. So having a Lewandowski, he can do a little bit more in the air than Suarez can. So I just thought Lewandowski and Suarez up top with Neymar, Ronaldo on the wing, just crazy. And Royce servicing and being that tricky little player. I don't know. I think my team's probably the best. You guys, we don't even need to hear the rest of them. Actually,
All right.
I'm just kidding. What's yours, G?
Considering my team's just a weird mismatch of your two teams. Buffon net, just again, great season. My right back is Hector Bellerin, just because
Gotta get the Arsenal.
got the Arsenal guy in, but he also had a really good year.
He did, and he's an up and
he's
comer.
young,
He's got potential to be like
Yeah.
phenomenal. Yeah.
My center backs are Ramos and Godin.
No Gabriel.
Ramos and Godin, so your team's good for a red card. Your team is for sure good for a red card. Every other match,
Ramos, yeah,
that's what I'm
Godin
saying.
not so much.
No,
Listen,
Ramos.
Ramos, yeah.
You guys know
Every
the way
other
I
game,
play.
you're good for a
You
red
guys know
card.
the way I play and the way I play in FIFA.
Actually,
I'm
G's the
reckless.
closest to a red card in the webcast too, so it makes
Yeah,
sense that he
so-
has red cards.
Yo, I live my life on the edge of a red, alright? Left backs, Alaba. You guys already spoke about those reasons. I've got Pogba in the midfield. Again, you guys spoke about those reasons.
He's the best. He's pretty much the best
He can
midfielder
play
in the
both.
world. He's,
He's
pretty much
an
the,
attack.
he's the best midfielder in the world, pretty
I
much.
think
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
My next one,
Just saying.
I'm putting Conte
Mm.
from Leicester. Great season. He's the engine that runs that place.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he is.
And I fought with that. I thought Matuidi. I thought Vidal. I ended up going with Conte just because
Matuidi would have been a nice pick too.
Yeah.
We keep saying he gets
it's
no
no
love.
love. We always cut
He's
him
an
out of
honorable
things.
mention too. I think he's an honorable mention.
Definitely a sub.
Blazin Matuidi, love him.
Oh, I had him on my roster.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
I did.
Oh, you did. Never mind.
Uh,
So no honorable
Stick
mention.
in the
Yeah.
midfield. Left side, we play Ozil. He does play out that way every now and then.
Mhm.
Won a World Cup on that side for Germany on the left side.
Boo.
Maybe a Euro this year.
Then I have Mahrez. Again, still with the Leicester story. A lot of goals, a lot of assists. And he was player of the year. Was it
Mm.
PFA player of the year or was it the
No,
Writers?
PFA.
Right-
No, Vardy was
Vardy
Raiders.
was
Vardy.
Raiders.
Vardy.
So
You know,
he's also got to give us
Mars would have been an honorable mention if he didn't make a team. So I'm glad that you had
Yeah.
him on your team.
Strike force, like forward-ish, I've got Ronaldo and Suarez.
There
tons of
is,
goals.
Doesn't really matter which way they play
Yeah.
because they'll just whatever.
From that way, that way.
Yeah, it doesn't.
we.
They can interchange because Ronaldo could move.
Okay, so
with
the
Ozil,
big
Ozil could
question-
move up and
The big question here is
is the 4-4-2 back?
no Messi.
No Messi.
No
Honorable
Messi on
Messi
either of our
To the
rosters.
rating Ballon d'Or winner.
No
Nobody
Messis,
has.
guys. Wow.
What's wrong with us?
Apparently we're stupid. Sorry,
Have
guys.
your say in the
Sorry, all
comments,
you
guys.
Messi fans. Other thing, Ronaldo is not on Fernando's team. And if you guys remember, this was before we did the webcast. I always talk about the fake Italy and Portugal rival in North America. Please tell me the only reason Ronaldo's on the team is because he's Portuguese.
No.
So why else? Because his quality isn't good enough to be in your starting 11? Over
There's a lot of players I don't have on my
Over
side.
All right.
Insigne?
I gotta pick
I
one
don't
thing.
have Neymar. There.
I just
don't
I
have
had
Messi.
to. It is
It
because
has-
it's
it
Portugal.
has names.
It's because
I
it's
have to bring
Portuguese.
one thing up. Now, this is our YouTube viewers. You guys won't know this, and maybe our podcast listeners will. Let's go back a couple rounds of the Champions.
Oh man, I wish we could just re-rack this audio
I know,
right now.
right?
Oh man. Oh man.
Fernando, was Ronaldo on your fantasy team when Real Madrid played Roma?
Yeah, this is for fantasy.
And who was the
That's what-
captain of your
Who was
fantasy
your
team?
captain that day?
No, I had. I haven't captain. Yes, I did. And then I dropped him for the
So
second
guys,
leg.
he's the
Second leg.
captain of his
After
Champions League team, but
Ronaldo
not on his
calls
starting
him
11 in
plastic
Europe.
No. I have other guys that I'd rather have on there.
You'd rather have Insigne on your team than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Servicing Higuain, yeah.
Okay, guys.
From what I've seen,
Anyone that's listening, I hope there's more than 5 of you. Just not re-clicking our YouTube link all the time, and that's why we have like 50 likes or whatever. But please, someone talk some sense into Fernando over here, Mr. Sorrenti. Please, please, someone comment to
Hey,
him.
I don't have
And
Messi in my starting. Nobody has Messi.
That's crazy. I know it's
Right?
crazy that none of us do. Actually,
Yeah.
You guys have Ronaldo in yours. I could have
He deserves to
easily
be there.
taken Messi.
I could have taken
But-
Messi instead of Lewandowski, but meh.
Yeah.
You're saying Lewandowski's better than Messi?
I'm saying it because he's Argentinian. No, Messi's the best player to ever play. No, it's second best player to ever play. But
Yeah, because he hasn't won a World Cup yet.
and he's not
No,
Pele.
no,
I
I'm
still,
not
I
Never
still
will
don't
be
rate
Pele.
that as a thing. I still think Messi's a generational player.
He is, yeah. Oh,
That-
generational and best player ever are two different things.
No, but I'm saying
Yeah.
he could be
Yeah.
the best player. Let's see when
He
he's done.
could be, but
Let's see when he's
he
done.
needed that World Cup.
Yeah.
He needed that World Cup. He wins that World Cup. Even if he wins Copa this year, he's still not better than Pele. He needs that World Cup.
It's pretty funny though that out of three of us, I'd like to ask like a couple other people if Messi would be in their starting. I think there would be a lot of people that have Messi.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
just because he's
not
Messi,
a mad
right?
block.
It's interesting that none
A
of
lot of
us do
people.
though.
Yeah.
We're all Messi
Well,
guys.
guys, again, comment, like, subscribe, find us on Instagram. I'm G.
I'm Jaquan15.
Fernando Sorrenti 10.
You missed
You-
the point.
you
You,
didn't
missed the
point.
point.
Where's the point? Oh.
That's what- yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But please like, subscribe. Again, once we start getting to triple digits, 4-digit numbers for our subscribers, more features get unlocked, and we can do a better live stream, better product for you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then you won't see my hand over George's shoulder anymore. he hates when I do that, guys. It's great. Pisses him off.
All right,
We're the
Thanks
so
for-
we're
thanks for
off
listening.
to watch the Raptors.
Let's
It's,
go
we the
Raptors.
North.
Let's go
And later tonight,
Raptors.
Game of Thrones. Saying all these things, so we got tags.
Game 7, guys. Let's go.
Let's go. We the North.
Property
Till
of the
next
six.
time.
Ci vediamo.
Oh, God.